Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another scene of Living World of Darkness, a Changeling venue. And we start the scene in the Bronx at a certain house where there is a certain bar, kind of located in, like, I don't know, it's like a row of houses, and then you go down. Um, you go through the door, you go down to the basement. When you open it up, that's where the bar is. There's like a few windows, but it's like, high up. Um, the the lights are on. It's not like incredibly light inside. There's a few normal lights, and then there's like, especially around the bar area, is like a lot of Christmas lights in all kinds of colors that are sort of hanging around the bar. Um, there's a stage that's empty at the moment. And there's like several seats and everything. It kind of looks like it's definitely like a dive bar. I actually have a picture if I can find it in time. That might be actually fun to show. There, it's sort of like this, but little grimier, a little older. Everything isn't as smooth and new as this picture looks, but you definitely have the bar with a lot of bottles behind it. There's a small stage, and yeah, um, behind the bar is actually the quietest place in the bar. Um, there's two persons, one of which is Terry, who are running around, making drinks, uh, tapping beers, pouring cocktails, handing out the occasional soda, but it's usually a lot of beer actually lately. Um, and in front of the bar, it's actually rather crowded. There's a buzzing of many conversations where everybody is just trying to, volume is slowly increasing over the night as everybody tries to make themselves be heard over another conversation nearby. There are a lot of satyrs, and for those who know a guy, they who know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Many of the unseedy are actually gathered in the bar lately. The satyrs are like, occasionally Terry just grabs one of them by the ear and kind of drags them to a quiet corner and berates them for, like, you know, throwing the bar stools or trying to dance on the tables. But all in all, it's a rather, fun little party that they have going on. With the occasional mishap that gets punished by Terry as soon as she sees it. And it's there that we're beginning a scene.
Okay. Um, Eric will come in and since his recent transformation, sort of a long, like heavy coat with a hood up, just to kind of like hide his face a bit from like everyone because he's still a bit unsure of who can see him and who can't. You kind of like just come in and have a look around, just see if it's safe for him to take his hood off.
I mean, there's mostly people with horns and hooves. There are a few others, like you'll see the occasional puka or a knocker, bogan. There's a distinct lack of she here, because they don't come to a filthy place like this. However, there is one guy that's, well, at least one of his shapes, like his changeling shape, kind of looks like a guard. He's actually kind of openly carrying a weapon, um, sort of hanging around at the bar. Definitely not drinking alcohol because Terry promised you wouldn't be pouring alcohol into their drinks.
Is there any chimera?
I'll look at the ST for this.
There are a few people who has like dog chimeras running around them. Terry sometimes gets like talking beers. who talks and swears at people, and probably they may get yelled by Terry to shut the fuck up. But it depends
I
on what
mean,
Terry does.
if they're really annoying, she'll just throw them against the wall.
Okay, that's very cool actually. They're like, fuck you.
Um,
They just they got destroyed.
is Hank with me?
Hank
SC.
can't enter from the door because the door is too small for him.
Also, he's a water creature, is he not? Like,
He's a water creature, but he can be around. Like he has.
oh, that's good.
Mm. Um, if is Hank there with me though? Out like outside,
He's
or
the Hank is at outside of the bar. He sees the entrance. He can't put his head in, and he says, "I hate this a lot." But you go in, man.
oh, if there's any rockets, just I don't know. Feel free to burst through a window or something.
Man, I don't think the owner would like that shit. Just so you know.
If it gets really out of hand, I'll shout something.
Why don't you stop being a pussy?
Hey,
That
how
was rude
dare
of me.
you
My apologies.
then? You know what? At
Bro,
first, I was a bit afraid of you because I thought he was going to eat me. But you know what? I like you now. We are cool.
you literally say the same thing all the time when you wake up. Like I thought you'd eat me. I know because like this thing happened like 500 times.
I I'll promise that I won't say it again next time.
I mean, I don't know if there's a promise you can make, but go right ahead.
I'll try.
Don't make contracts with individuals that you don't want to. You can't get your ass cashed because the last time you made it, like the first time, you grow up, you go outside, you start drinking, and then like you basically made a contract about like being someone's soldier, and then like it was very harsh for you. So don't make like dumb contracts.
I'll keep that in mind.
Go inside, have fun. I'm just gonna check for other sea drakes if there's any.
All right, no problem. I'll catch up with you later. And I'll just walk in and just have a look, take my hood off, and just walk up to the bar.
Terry can hear like, is that a Tulane? To people say, like whispering.
Terry looks up. Yo, Mr. Pirate.
Oh, hey Terry,
Hi.
that's a nice bar you've got.
All right, what you having?
What would you recommend?
Anything? Like the beer seems to be popular today. Especially the dark ale for some reason. I don't know, but I can make you a cocktail if you prefer. Got a mean gin and tonic, but whatever.
You know what? I'll take a rum.
Fine with me. Anything in it or just plain?
Just ice.
Sure thing. And yeah, Terry will pour a glass of rum, add a couple of ice cubes, puts one of the little parasols in it anyway. You know, and shoves it to him. First drink as a changelings from the house.
Oh, thanks.
Actually,
Just thought if I'm
as
gonna be a
the
pirate, I might as well drink like one.
yar.
What's up? What's up, Saskia?
Is there any not changeling in the bar tonight? Because else you wouldn't have said like as a changeling.
Nah. Let's just say no.
Yeah.
So what's been happening?
I don't know what's been happening, but the place is crowded. Like normally on a day through the week, I just get my usuals, but this bunch even seemed to scare some of my regulars off. It's like, oi.
Hmm. Maybe
So
something
busy.
fun's gonna happen.
I mean, you're new, but my experience is there's always something fun, and she'll use the quotation marks. That's that might happen. It's just not always fun. But sometimes it is. But that's life as one of us. There's always something happening. If you look
Well, at
left,
least
you don't see anything. You better look right because they're gaining on you.
well, at least it's gonna be fun being like this.
It'll never be boring. That's a sure fact.
Good.
Can I
Boring is stale.
can I have a rum as well?
Sure.
Thanks.
Pour rum.
I get a new day Elaine Tulane here. He
Does it
looks
look
at
like a
the.
Delane to you? Shut up. Drink your rum. It's my
Oh,
friend.
okay. Sorry, Terry. He takes a drink and goes away with like this guy has weird teeth, Eric. He has a red cap. So this might be a red cap.
Okay.
And he kind of fucks off.
So, is there anything that you think I should try to avoid, like any place other than Central Park?
You should definitely avoid the subway. Subways are dangerous, man. Never jump in front of them.
I don't plan jumping in front of a subway anytime soon.
Then you're probably safe on the subway.
As long as I don't get jumped or something.
There's always a chance you get jumped or something. By something. Yeah, no.
No.
Any particular place you want to avoid? I don't know. Uh, most of the stuff you just need to avoid are don't mess with the nobles. Wait, be wary of the Gwydians. They're very strict. And she'll just wink at the guard because he might be listening in. If he's not listening in, then he just gets a wink.
He's not listening, but like he takes the wink and he's like he drinks his water with more like I'm at guard duty.
uh, I don't know. There's not like in New York. There's not really a place that you need to avoid. You just need to. I'd be wary of getting into the dreaming. Like I believe it was either Gunnar or Donna that told you about our world sort of thing. So that's basically the dreaming, and we can go there through things that are called trods. But there are certain levels. You have like the near dreaming, which is, you know, like the block around your house. You kind of know it. It's kind of okay. And you have the far dreaming, which is a bit wonkier, a bit stranger, like Alice in Wonderland. And then you have the deep dreaming, which is like Alice in Wonderland on steroids.
Oh, okay.
You could get into the craziest stuff there. So that's what you need to avoid. You probably need to avoid. Okay, if you ever hear of what was that name called again? Mush, at the Lane place. What was it called again?
Sanction.
Oh yeah. If you ever hear of a place called Sanction, and she says that quieter so that only he can hear it. Be very wary because um, those are bad people. Well, I don't know bad people, but definitely different people. Many many of us consider them as bad, evil. So yeah, you want to avoid that place at least for now. If you go there, it's probably nothing good is gonna happen.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Other places, I don't know. There's not really any place that you need to definitely avoid. If you want to buy like super special stuff, you can either go to Goblin Town, which has like a lot of weird and funky stuff. It's also where Broker makes a shop, who made like the fancy gun. He also made like my slingshot.
Shot?
It's nice. I have a slingshot. It's really cool.
Does it do something cool, or does it
Yeah,
just
it
look?
shoots rocks.
I mean, like, has it got like any powers or anything like that?
It shoots rocks very well.
Fair enough. How much would something like that cost?
I mean, I made a deal with him. Like I made a contract with him. So basically, I kind of promote his shop, and he gets to drink for free here, and in exchange for me getting this slingshot.
Seems quite fair.
There's always a thing. If you can't pay for something, unless it's taxes, if you can't pay for something, then you can always try and make like a contract or a deal with someone. Um, you know, but don't break them. Like if you break them, then the dreaming gets bad, and it's basically, I believe, I've been told it's like a curse or something. I don't know. Bad stuff will happen. I've never really witnessed it before, but I'm sure that people know stories of a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
I know
Yeah.
a story of a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. This is an issue as well, who kind of like comes in.
Oh, hey, man. What you having?
Um, oh shit. Hello. He kind of looks you like weird, but then, hi. I'm just here for drinking. I actually will buy uh drinks to everyone.
Oh,
You want to buy
Like I
drinks
don't know
for
how many.
everyone? Jesus.
Yeah, I wanna buy like. There's this girl there, like the Pisky girl. Oh my gosh, she's cool. And like, she said like, why don't you buy drink for everyone for me? And I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
I don't know, tequila shots for everybody.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. And Terry will start lining up shot glasses. And what kind of drink do you want in it?
Give me two tequila shots for everybody. Actually, let's just
Two
stick with
tequila shots for everyone. Okay. Terry is
I.
like starting to calculate how much that's gonna cost.
Terry's eyes are like ching ching dollars.
Sort of. I mean, she does half expect him not to be able to pay, but. So, but hey, she starts pouring the shots. And you know what? He has one of those old-fashioned bells that when you ring it, you basically give everyone a round. So she'll point the issue to like the bell and says, "Well, it's your call. Ring him."
The guy comes in and says like, just tell everyone these shirts are from Baylor.
I mean, trust me, they'll be silent. You can tell them yourself
Oh,
when
okay
they
then.
hear the bell.
He he waits for the shots and like when for like Terry to ring the bell. Will Terry ring the bell?
She said that he should do it. Like the bar,
Oh,
like the bell's hanging above the bar, so he can reach it from like his end on.
yeah. He kind of does it like this. Everyone stops and he like kind of takes a drink and raises for Baylor for giving us all these motherfucking powers.
Yeah, everybody can grab a shot from the bar. Two shots apparently.
Everyone is going. They even the Pisky comes in, takes the shots, smiles, yeah, for Baylor, and then like puts the shots down.
Eric's gonna take both the shots. He's like, for Baylor, and just start pounding them a bit.
Yeah, fam. Tay, can you roll me like the perception alertness?
Mm-hmm. Sure, I can. Perception, alertness. That
So
is
I'm gonna
two.
show you the face of the guard.
Oh dear. Give me a moment, because Discord is being
It's
like, hi.
completely okay. I will wait. I will wait.
Hey, you have not used me for 5 minutes or more. Now I'm gonna be slow again. God damn it. Mm, Let's see which is faster. No, my computer is faster than my phone, actually. Okay. Uh, Start scene. Tuck, 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 tuck.
Tuck, 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 tuck.
Tuck, 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 tuck. 8 and a 10.
This is the guard.
Oops. You know what? There you go, Zero Craps. This is fine, yo.
Uh-oh.
Because, ultimately, as long as the dude is paying, Terry is
Mhm.
okay with this.
The guard is like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what to say. And like this happens. Everyone goes and like the drink helps people. They ask for like more faster musics from Terry.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Terry will put up like uh some dance music. It's not really the place to have like that kind of music, but it's fine.
What is Eric and Terry is doing while all these things are happening? Like people are more having fun now.
He's probably just looking around the room, seeing that everybody kind of like getting more happy and just think, I think I can get used to all this. Just starts like enjoying himself a bit more, like kind of loosens himself up a bit.
How's Terry?
I mean, I think Terry keeps pouring drinks.
Okay. The guy comes in again and he says, "You know what? Another two shots for everybody, Terry. Let's do this."
Whoa, 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 wait. Okay,
Big
okay.
spender.
Yeah, first things first. How are you gonna pay for the first rounds?
He kind of like pulls the money. He pulls like $300 and then says like, "Is this enough or should I pay more?"
Mm,
Let me check the bottle of a shitty bottle of
no, that is
tequila.
enough for the first round. Like, I'd say it's about 200 per round.
Fine, he gets like another 100. Come on, I never lost payment here. It's just like I'm so happy today, I feel power. I feel the power inside of me.
Okay.
Don't you feel the difference? It's our time now.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I feel so fucking different. Everybody else is here is feeling the same.
I mean,
Change is good and change is here.
Eric's
yeah,
looking
but
a
I
bit
also kind of want to
confused.
keep my bar. So, maybe.
He kind of looks like he doesn't understand.
Terry will just look in the general direction of the guards.
I mean, who cares? He's just a lapdog anyway.
That doesn't mean that his owners can't close this place. Look, all I'm saying is you can buy whatever you want, you can say whatever you want. I don't give a crap, but don't get me into trouble.
Fine, fine, fine. Don't worry. I will just say I did it. So what?
Okay, and Terry will start pouring more shots.
You pour more shots. People are drinking more. Um, they start drinking, and the Pisky, who is like this in the chimerical reality and like this in the normal world, is like, yeah, for Baylor, and then like everyone is like, Baylor, Baylor, giving us this powers, Baylor. Bunch of stupid cheerings. People are having more fun now, way more, and like Terry is gaining a lot of like power. People buying more drinks.
Mhm. I mean, as long as there's not some silly ass noble coming crash down the party, Terry is fine with this.
Okay, please continue, guys.
Oh
Eric's got to
god.
look at Terry. It's like, well, money's money.
I mean, girls got to make a living.
This is true. As he takes the another shot.
I mean, fuck it, Terry will do the same. Just the one though, like stick to one. Like she doesn't need to be stupidly drunk with these people also getting stupidly drunk. She knows her
First, then
responsibilities as a bar owner.
yeah, I'm sure everything will be okay. And if there's a commotion, I'm sure someone will come in and fix it.
Yeah. So what you might want to look into, I don't know all of the counties or whatever you call them by heart, but I can tell you something. Like the Bronx is a it's a silly place. So these are the people that care a lot about the rules, following them, being honorable and just. That's all fine, like I have no problem with people trying to be honorable and just and sticking to the rules. But it's not for me, it's not for a lot of people in here. So the Bronx is very keen on people following those rules because it's very much a silly place. Which
Okay.
like I said, it's fine. But it also means that here people tend to look down a little bit on the other side of things. Most of the people here, including myself, are what you call unseelie, which sort of means that we tend to be creative with rules. And I mean, from a city perspective, they would probably call us self-centered, but it's more that we put our own ideals and what we believe in and what we want, and put that in front of like just following the nobles without thinking. So remember when we were on the beach and I told you you'd have to make a choice between freedom and love?
Yeah.
It's basically the choice between Seelie and unseelie. Like I said, the Seelie are very much about nobility, honor, justice, following the rules, true love conquers all. I'd like to say that us unseelie are a little more realistic than that. Of course, I understand that, hey, as an unseelie, I probably have a different look on things. You know, I may not see everything that a seelie does. It's not my shtick. But so we are more, yeah, like realistic. True love is fun and all, but in the end, if you can't live, then true love is not gonna really be much of help there. And following the rules is nice and all, but then the rules need to be they need to be correct, and they need to
Yeah.
make sure that everybody gets what not necessarily what they want, but be more equal. I guess that's like we're commoners. I suspect you're a commoner too, and I don't really feel that just because someone's noble, they should naturally be able to tell me what to do. I don't like people telling me what to do. I value my freedom more than I value rules. So that's why I'm an unseelie.
I mean,
So I don't know when you need to make that decision, but at some point you'll have to, and you just should do whatever you feel makes sense to you and you feel better with. Like,
yeah. Um, what if you don't pick either of them?
I mean,
Something bad
ultimately,
happens.
I'm not entirely sure what would happen, but I do think you'd get into trouble. It's not necessarily a. I mean, I'm saying you need to pick, but it's more like you've already chosen. You just need to become aware of what you chose to be. And I'm not saying it can't change. It's not set in stone because nothing ever is. But it's sort of where your heart is, I suppose.
Okay. I mean, I love freedom. Don't get me wrong. I'm I'm just pretty. Look at me. I'm pretty much born for the sea. That's like as much freedom as I could imagine. But I suppose everything does need some sort of rules, just so not everything is complete chaos.
Mm,
I can see the argument on both sides. Like rules is good, but not horrible rules. And freedom is great, but with too much freedom, you can really things could go really bad.
I think ultimately, I mean, you're not wrong, I guess. And I mean, if we don't have rules, how can we break them? You know? But it's like it's basically like how far are you willing to go? Like me as an unseelie, I don't mind breaking a few rules if that means that I get the results that I need or that I want. That doesn't mean that the thing that I want is a self-centered thing per se, but like, you know, compare it to like a traffic light. If it's like what how far would you go or what would need to happen for you to decide to cross a red light? Like I would cross a red light if I need to be on the other side and no one's coming because, but there's a lot of people that would actually wait. Now, I think it's like something like that. You need to kind of make it simpler for yourself or you get lost in everything. And ultimately, like I said, it's sort of that your heart is already chosen, your mind is already chosen. Just kind of need to realize that choice. Like, would you wait for the traffic light to be green, or would you just be like, "There's nothing coming, so I can just start walking and be on time at my appointment," or I will cross the red light because I I see someone dying on the other side. I mean, that would be a good idea to cross a red light then, if nothing's coming, of course. So it's basically like for yourself, you need to realize when you are willing to cross that red light. And if the answer is never, then you have a very easy choice because you'll be a silly. If the answer is I don't care about the red light, then it's also easy because you'll definitely be an unseelie. There's a lot of grays in between. I mean, I guess I'm one of the grays, but I still think that I would cross the lights if nothing is coming and I like would be able to get to the other side faster. You know, I wouldn't
Yeah,
simply ignore it, but I would still cross it if nothing's coming anyway, because why would I wait? So that makes me pretty unseelie. Eh, things can change. Maybe. I don't know. I don't mind. I like where I am right now. So yeah. But it's like that. And it's like complicated, especially when you're new. I mean, it's not been too long since I was a new one.
how long have you known you were a changeling then? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, you do realize who you're talking to, right? Just saying, because you've been asking a lot of things, and just a reminder, I'm a puka.
Um, and apparently
But
you lie a lot.
yeah.
Hmm. Well, if I didn't ask you directly, like if you wanted to tell me, would
hmm
that make it easier? Like it's entirely up to you.
I
You
mean,
don't have
right now I'm
to.
fine. I can pretty much, yeah, like what the guy just said with the drinks. It's not entirely outside of the. He's not wrong though. Like, I'm. It's become easier for me to actually speak truths, but I still do want to remind you that. But anyway, as for your question, I've been changeling for what is it now? Mm, or I should say, I've had my chrysalis like I don't know, half a year ago, 3/4 of a year ago. I think it's like that.
Oh, okay. It's not
Yeah,
that too long ago
it's not that long ago, but I've learned how to fly.
then.
You know,
And
spread
swim.
my wings and swim. I've also learned how to swim. I'm sure you'll learn how to, do the things you do.
Yeah.
It just takes some time getting used to, but that's one of the things. Just like with the sealing and unsealing, you kind of, especially because basically as a changeling you get reborn time after time after time, which I'm pretty sure you realize by now. um so it's something that you kind of already know. You just need to get used to it again, I guess.
Well, Hog was saying that I could go really fast in the past, so I'm guessing I would just have to learn how to redo that.
Okay, so get fast. I mean, I'd say we can try it, but it's a bit crowded here, so you'd
Yeah.
probably bump into people a lot.
Hmm.
um But basically, what you need to do, and we can check maybe later outside, or I don't know, you can try for yourself. But what helps if you do something to sort of represent that feeling of going really fast. So, like for instance, and Terry will take like a cap of a bottle, um, throws it up, and kind of snatches it out of the air, and will then try and use what was it called, hopscotch on. Let me see, what do I have? Please tell me I have prop, because else this is going to be very, very awkward. I have prop. I don't know if Mushi's back already.
I'm back. I'm here. I was listening to you
Yes.
guys.
Okay. So tossing that bottle cap up in the air and then snatching it in like a fashionable way. What would the bug be for that?
-1. Normal, normal.
Okay, that's fine. Um, okay, I got a success. Yay. Would be really awkward if nothing would have worked. So Terry tosses up the bottle cap and catches it, sort of slams it on the table, and as she slams it on the table, a beer bottle will just fly up in the air at the other side of the bar. At the end of the bar, basically.
Oh wow.
Kind of feels natural. I toss something up. I literally toss something up. That's
No.
something that goes in the same line of running really fast, I believe. So you just choose something like, some people do poems, something. You just have to do something creative that makes sense for you and that fits the kind of thing that you sort of want to do. And the
Okay.
better it fits, the easier it becomes. It's all about inspiration. So, what's your inspiration for running real fast? Mimic that. Some people also do like a bit more creepy stuff, or do if they want to go real all out, they do something with like, something grand. Like the bigger you do it, the easier the job will be because people will be awed by it, and that will give you the strength to actually do this. But then again, the bigger you make it, the more it will be noticed. So sometimes you just kind of want to do something tiny, like throwing up a bottle cap.
Okay.
So that's sort of how you experiment with things. You just kind of try and see what fits with you and fits its situation. Doesn't need to be the same thing all over again. It needs to be something that you you feel is fitting for that situation with that thing that you're trying to do.
Hmm. Well, why don't I try the bottle thing?
You want to try and throw it up, or you want to try and make it move real fast?
Um. Well, which would be easier?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, because I would need to check the book for that. Which one is one and which one is two?
um.
What's the question? What's the question so I can answer?
Whether hopscotch or the fast running thing, which I forgot the name for,
Hopscotch.
is easier.
Hopscotch is the
Okay,
first one.
okay, check. So the throwing things in the air is probably a bit easier, but like I said, it's still going to depend on your creativity. Like if you have a good idea for making something move really fast right now, then that's probably going to be easier for you.
Mm,
But ultimately, the jumping thing is something that people understand before they really understand how to get something to move real fast.
okay. So like baby steps.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you just extend yourself further and further, and depending on how well your trick with it is, it becomes easier.
Okay. Um. Eric's got to take a bottle cap, flick it into the air, grab it, and slam it back down the same way Terry did, and hopefully something will move.
Okay. Roll your spend. You spend a glamour, and then you roll your Wayfair and prop.
Okay. Stealth. I don't think I've gotten onto the Changeling dice roller yet.
God damn it. Okay, roll it in the extra dice roller, and I will talk with the admins.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll move the scene there. That's easier.
Thanks.
I take it extra dice roller one.
Yes, we are at one. Yo one.
Two successes, I think.
Difficulty. Yeah, you have two
Yeah.
successes. It goes up more than you throw, and comes back to your hand.
Wait, you don't have prop or?
He has Wayfair one and prop one.
Oh, check.
He is a very new
Oh, check.
character.
I figured he would have had at least two because, but of course, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, check.
It's just like, let's just start off with the basics and just picked one of everything.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
like
like,
he shoots the bottle up and it actually bangs against the ceiling. You
oh,
could
whoops.
see Terry be like, "Oh boy, okay, never mind. No, no, no. I was asking for trouble with that one. You know, these things are easier outside, but it's fine. It's fine, It's not the first bottle that lands against the ceiling. Trust me.
Sorry, I didn't mean for it to hit the roof.
It's okay. No problems.
But at least I know I could do that now.
Yep. So yeah, that's like a thing. Um, Sort of, try to. I don't know how this shit works. Like I said, I'm not a real a teacher. I'm too new for that. But kind of look at what you can do. Maybe talk to Hank, see what he remembers that you can do, and just try and experiment, and then see what happens. It's usually the best way to go about it.
Well, he is just outside the front door.
Huh?
I mean, he was too big to get in through the door, so he's just kind of sitting up there while he's going somewhere.
You know what? I can take a break and have a smoke outside, and we can probably bring like I don't know a bucket with rum for him. I don't know if he drinks. Let's give it a try. Terry will go to the back. We'll come back with like a big bucket and starts like filling it up with a couple of bottles of rum. Grabs her package of cigarettes and she's like, "Okay, come on, let's go."
This is gonna be funny if he drinks it all.
You guys go there and like the guy is there waiting. He's like looking around, making sure everything is okay.
Hey, Hank, just brought you something, and you just kind of nod towards the bucket.
He kind of goes, "Hi, Terry.
Hey Hank, what's up?
I am fine. What did you guys? Ah, rum. I will drink this.
It's actually pineapple juice, but
I will also drink pineapple juice."
cool.
Then he starts
Terry-
drinking it.
I mean, I could imagine that with his size, Terry just pours the bottle into like his mouth, or the
Like this,
bottle, the buckets.
yeah, like he tried to move for a bucket, but then he realized like his nose is a problem.
Hmm.
So like he's like, "Ah, shit, okay, I will wait." Tung, 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 tung. What sucks about this place is there are now a lot of female seed rakes.
It's a hard life.
I have to say, my time is passing.
What? Passing? What do you mean?
My best days are over.
Are you having performance issues?
Probably.
Oh dear.
He kind of looks at Terry and says, "Would you like to find out?" That was a joke.
Terry just inhales from the cigarettes and blows out, and then says, I think we'll have size issues."
Eric's kind of just looking at the pair of them like, is this actually going to happen?
You can give me a kiss in the nose.
Oh dear.
Like, this is definitely something I'm not going to see on a nature documentary or something.
Terry will shrug and then look at. And it's like, okay, now I think he's a bit too horny for me. And she kind of taps her own nose, kind of indicating the big horn that he has on his nose.
Oh, jeez.
That's terrible. Let's never do that again.
I'm sorry, Saskia.
It's fine, yo.
So what you guys doing inside? I hear like people yelling for someone.
Oh, yeah, they're pouring shots. It's fine.
Yeah, who was that guy that was yelling about again?
I don't know.
I mean, I probably do know, but who's
You
this
you
guy that
know
we're shouting about?
like the old one.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Terry will just look at the both of them and is like, "That's probably gonna get me in trouble, but money will come in." No, that's someone that they call like an old one. Remember that place Sanction I was mentioning that you shouldn't go to? He probably is from around there.
Was that like a prison or something?
Um. Okay, so Celia would say it. We're Camelot, and Sanction is basically when Mordred is lying.
Pardon? Say. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were asking OSC question. Go on.
Like evil stuff. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. If he comes again for a round, I'll probably have to say no. God damn it. The money was good though.
Like, was he a Sealy or unsealy or something? Or
I mean, the guy
he's
buying
pretty
all the
drunk,
shots
but
is an unseelie. The guy they were shouting about is it's just getting referred to as old ones. I don't really think that it's Sealy or unseelie. I'm not entirely sure though. Like I said, I'm new as well. I
hmm.
half of these politics go way above my head. The other half I actually kind of don't want to know about. But you'll get in. Like if you don't get involved in politics, wow, you're lucky.
Well, uh, the elf girl was saying that I should be introduced to someone at some point, so I'm probably gonna get involved in some sort of politics.
Oh yeah, but she loves politics. Like her family is noble, so
She's one of the smug nobles, is she? You're talking about?
I mean, she's not one of the higher up smug nobles, but she's definitely one of the lower, and she can be pretty smug.
Okay.
But she would probably say that I'm like a loudmouth betrayer. So yeah, there's a thing going on.
A loudmouth betrayer. That's pretty strong words.
I mean, technically, she's not entirely wrong. She's not entirely right either. It's like politics, You get involved in them, you never get out of them.
Okay.
So I had to do a thing, and I had to make a deal with someone who lived in Sanction, and the deal was that I would let them know when they're coming for her.
Oh, okay.
And this is a person that's apparently had tried to kill Donna a couple of times, so she wasn't really happy about me letting know that we're coming. But ultimately, I was there as well. Nothing really bad happened. We caught her, the bad girl that is, not Donna. And Donna was pretty upset when she found out, and she's still upset. Tried to apologize, but of course that wasn't good enough. So whatever. Can't help it that she's stuck up on a cloud.
I'm guessing by the sounds of it, most nobles are.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, like, as far as I'm aware, I'm not a noble.
I mean, if you were, you'd be the first one not to act like one.
Man, fuck the nobles.
Oh, I thought you'd be outside drinking.
I drank so much, but now I need to fuck off and go home. Mm.
Trying to get in about with.
I'll just get a cab. Just waiting for the girl to come on. Sorry for cutting you guys off.
No, it's fine. Just yeah. Get my bar in trouble, I'll find you.
Why should I get your bar in trouble?
I mean, next time if you call a shot for someone, just let's cool down on the name somewhat, okay? Like I said, I don't want any trouble in the Bronx.
But like, you're on Sealy, everyone kind of knows it.
I
But
know,
don't you
but
like
that's
care
why.
about like our freedom?
I
The
mean,
guy
I
is
also
giving our
care
freedom back.
about my fucking bar staying open so that you guys have a place to drink.
Shit, fine.
Like, you do realize this is one of the few unseelie places that's actually still open in the Bronx.
Is there another one? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, but I presume there are.
Mm, I don't know. I hear they kill on Sealy in Bronx. That's my fucking ability. I'm out. I'm gonna go Manhattan and bang the Pisky girl. So see you guys later.
Have fun, drive safe, do the other thing safe too, and I'll see you soon.
He kind of goes, and the Pisky girl kind of goes after him. They enter a cab and they leave the bar. You guys are left alone to talk more.
He seems like an alright kind of guy.
I mean,
Maybe not loud.
everyone is a bit loud lately. But yeah, so that's the Bronx. There's other places like Manhattan is pretty cool to unsealy. I'm not sure how cool they are against or with Sealy. Um, there's Staten Island, which all I really know about is that it holds like a big library. Trust me, you'll get get into contact with Donna, and she'll probably drag you to that library more than you like.
Is she a bookworm?
Oh God, she never stops talking about it. If there's something, her first response is, "Let's go to the library." You know,
I mean, the book's good, but there's a lot of things you're not going to learn from a book. You
exactly.
have to learn it. You're better off learning it firsthand.
I can only agree. Are you sure that you like those rules so much, dude?
I I just like getting out and about and learning things my own.
Fair enough. So then you still have Brooklyn and Queens. I guess they're pretty okay. I don't get there too often, so I don't know. And it's
Well,
all led by a countess, and that's led by a queen or a king, I presume. I'm not really sure about the higher ups. Like,
okay. Well, currently I'm staying in Brooklyn, but haven't seen a whole lot there just yet.
I guess Brooklyn is pretty decent.
It's it's close to the sea, so
I mean, you're in New York. Everything is close to at least some water.
oh, that's true.
I mean, you go down the block that way, you go to the left, you pretty much run into the harbor. At least the Bronx harbor, that is. And then you have Manhattan that has a harbor, and Queens and Brooklyn. It's Staten Islands. I mean, the name kind of says it all. Long Island, same shit, different name.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but that's like I said. For all the details, you really need to find someone who is more interested. Probably ask Donna. She has a book.
What about Gunnar?
Gunnar is cool. I mean, he's new too, but at least he seemed to have paid more attention to all the lessons that I have. So I don't know, he knows a lot more about everything, like, or maybe he just remembers more. I don't know. But yeah, you can ask him too. He knows a lot.
Okay. I'm sure I'll
And
catch up with them too as well.
yeah, he's a pretty decent dude. I like him. And Broker is okay. He's cool and all. There's Ryder who is a bit tricky, but like basically everything is sort of right. Like even Donna, I might make fun of her. It's fun to make fun of her, really. She bites so nicely. But ultimately, she's not a bad person or anything. She's just a bit stuck up, you know? And a little, thinking that she's always right. But other than that, she's pretty okay.
I am really not really looking forward to meeting nobles if they're all like on clouds.
I mean, so far the only noble I met that wasn't on a cloud is no longer a noble. It's my teacher. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were like born a noble.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, sort of like, I guess, medieval times. Like, you can be born as a noble, and that's better. But if you do like something very, very special, and people can like knight you, and you first become a squire, I believe, and then you go up and you become a knight, and so forth and so on. So you can, yeah, like I said, if you do something really cool, or in the eyes of the nobles really cool, which is probably not really cool at all, then or something heroic, saving a bunch of people. When a noble is like interested in you or something, then I don't know, you can become like a squire, and from there on, more, I guess, if you do more heroic shit.
Hmm. Well, if I become a noble, I promise I won't be stuck up like a lot of them.
You better
Cross my heart, and he'll just cross his heart.
be careful making
Oh, don't
promises.
worry. It's more of a promise to myself.
I mean, even that, like, just make sure, like, promises, contracts, that kind of things, they're really binding.
Yeah, Hank
I mean,
was telling me about something like that before we came in. That I made a contract with someone at some point to be a soldier, and it didn't end well for me.
yeah, that sort of thing. It's actually one of our. It can be one of our, like, uh, I don't know, kind of, and she uses again the quotation marks, magical things. Like, I actually know how to do it. Like, I can make a deal with you. I'm not going to, but if I would make a deal with you, I can use sort of my magic or my influence on the dreaming, sort of make that contract more real.
Okay.
And when you break it, I don't know, you lose honor, or like, you get into shit, because it's a bad thing to break a deal.
Hmm.
Now, that even goes without like using that magic. Making a promise, making a deal, in any case, in any way, even without the use of the contracts magic, it's super important. It's super special, I guess, for us.
Hmm.
The dreaming kind of holds value to it. So yeah, you promise something, be very aware of what you're doing, what you're saying. If you can actually make something, like, make it real. You can deliver on what your words are. Put your money where
Hmm.
your mouth is. That kind of crap.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, not making a contract, but I'll say I'll try not to be an asshole if I
That,
become a noble.
that's better. Yeah.
Unofficially, I'll try not to be an ass. I really don't want to get into anything like binding so soon.
Yeah. No. That's like, should really be one of the first lessons that you learn, is be very careful what you say, because
Yeah.
yeah. I've even heard that there are people who can like use that. Like, if I make a contract with you, I actually have to tell you, like, okay, we're gonna make a contract now. If I learn to become better at this, I can apparently do it without actually having to tell you. So this is also why you have to be real careful with what you're saying and to whom you're saying it, because before you know it, you're accidentally stuck into a real contract, and real shit's gonna happen if you don't keep to your word.
Okay. So you can be really sneaky with these contracts then.
Yeah, you can be.
Hmm. I'll definitely be wary of my words.
Mhm.
I don't want to end up being like someone's slave or something unintentionally for saying that I'm gonna, I don't know, clean their toilet or something.
I mean, if a contract is literally to clean the toilets, all you have to worry about is them asking you every day to clean your toilet, but or their toilet. But yeah, that's sort of the thing, right? You say you make a contract to clean someone's toilet. Next thing you know, every week they come around
Oh
with like
jeez.
the brush and everything, and they will want you to clean the toilets. So yeah, be careful. You can like better would be you say, okay, we'll have a contract. I'll clean your toilet once.
Yeah, not forever. Definitely not
Exactly.
forever.
Exactly.
I mean, like I'm already cleaning enough toilets on my dad's ship it sometimes. So.
I mean, don't you just toss that overboard? I don't know. I've never been really on a ship for a long time.
Well, I mean, you could chuck it at someone. That's always fun.
Your word. I'll take it. I'll happily take your word for it. Toy.
Like, hey, you're stealing my food. You know what? I'm gonna give you something else. Chuck a bucket at them.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's hilarious to watch.
And if they want to clean themselves up, you can always just help them into the sea for a little bit. As long as you fish them back
I mean, he's sure about the rules following thing.
out.
I mean, oh well.
Well, on the ship, the only rules is the captain's.
Uh,
Well, that's the ones I've been following for anyway.
yeah, you'll find here at shore there are many people that consider themselves captains of some sort.
What about that guy with the sword and all that? He looked pretty official.
One of the reasons I warned that buddy, like, there's some shit going on. Like I said, the politics. And with the entire thing of like the betraying thing, they kind of wanted to kick me out here. So kind of convinced the guy running this area, Baron. Uh, is it a Baron? I'm not sure anymore. Just gonna say it's a Baron. That I
Someone.
could stay, but came with a price, and the price is that I'll have a free guard at my disposal every night.
A bit extra muscle. It won't hurt, I suppose.
I mean, it would be nice, but it's mostly to, you know, it's not for me. It's to keep me in check. Or,
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
Kind of on probation.
I suppose, yeah. Like, I need to be kept in check. I'm, like, the most loyal. Who am I kidding? So, yeah, that's. So, every night I have someone at the bar. The only thing that I was like, I said, okay, they need to at least pretend that they're drinking alcohol. They don't need to get drunk because they're on duty, so not allowed to get drunk. But you know, it'll hurt my business if they're not actually drinking something.
Yeah. Want it to stick out less like a sore thumb.
Exactly.
Well, hopefully it won't be forever.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I guess at some point they'll think that I can be that they can take the kiddie wheels off, but until that, it's fine. It's not too big of a deal, ultimately.
Uh, or you could do something to kind of get in their good graces.
I suppose.
Like,
But I don't really like to suck up, you know.
Well, you could always do something that would benefit both of you.
I mean, if I come across something, hell yeah.
Well, if you ever need a hand with anything, just give me a shout.
I'll do. I'll do.
'Cause I'm sure Hank will be wanting some action too at some point.
Crazy adventures.
You're telling me I've got a huge Drake, and no, I can't even remember where we first met. But hopefully, I will some point soon because it's like what the Hank we've been what together for like 200 years or something.
Jesus. I mean, you have a Drake. I have a flying motorcycle.
That's awesome.
Apparently, it's from some book, like Harry Potter's or something.
You got a flying bike from Harry Potter.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Is it the big guy with a beard or something that seemed to own it? Like, eh, I
But
don't know. I've
Hagrid,
never read the books. Yeah, that's the name that sounds familiar.
you got a half giant flying motorcycle.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is
It's cool.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, how we got it was even awesomer because we totally got like flying broomsticks and we were in London, I believe, and some crazy, like, I don't know, they were shooting things, they were hunting after us, shooting things from the skies, and we were shooting them back, and I actually got to stand on one of the brooms. It was really awesome. Some sort
That
of a
sounds crazy
battle.
cool.
That This is what happens in the dreaming. Like in the dreaming, everything is real. Everything that people believe in is real, or believe in, or dream about, fantasize about. They don't necessarily need to believe that's real. Apparently, like Harry Potter's is about some sort of a wizard thing, wizard world thing that is sort of in our own world. I mean, of course, it's not really here in this world, but in the dreaming, yeah, it is.
Dude, we need to go to the dreaming.
I mean, I'm sure you'll get there soon.
Sounds stupid cool.
There's a lot of places you can go there. Like, I'm sure Donna has a book about it.
I'm sure she does.
I'm joking, but actually, that's not a bad advice though, because, like I said, depending on what end of the dreaming you end up with, it can get more and more risky, more and more wonky.
Mhm.
So, you know, it's not a bad idea, I guess, to read a book on the dreaming before you actually go there. And I would definitely suggest that you kind of know what you can do, like, your arts.
Arts. Okay, so that's what they're called.
Hmm. So the
Um,
one with the flying bottles is called Wayfare.
okay.
And yeah, you can run very fast with that as well, amongst other things.
It's gonna be pretty fun to find out what I can do.
Hmm. I
I
mean,
mean, like,
you'll grow in it,
hmm.
but it's handy to find out what you can do and can't do.
I mean, like, just having these, he's got to put his hands up so you can see his hands are like webbed. Like these come in very handy when I'm in the water.
Hmm.
So just having these and the gills is awesome. And then having magic on top of that,
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? We're pretty awesome.
you're telling me. I know this is crazy. I still feel like I'm in a dream, or maybe that's the point.
I mean, I suppose that makes sense. I mean, oh, there's also something that might be useful for you to know, although I'm pretty sure that that is definitely something others can explain better than I can. But We have our own like money,
Okay.
and it's called dross, and it's sort of created out of like people that you sort of inspire to do great things, and like the better you inspire them, the more dross you can get from it. Like you can either get two things from them. You can either get glamour, which is basically your like infusion into your art, like your fuel to your, well, bike or car, if you would call an art a car.
Okay.
um or you can have the dross, and that is sort of the glamour, but then in a monetary form, and like changelings can use that to pay each other.
Okay. Hmm. I mean, um, I'm good at storytelling. I could do that.
Yeah, like you go to a group of normal people, you tell a story, and you inspire them to, I don't know, to have fun or to laugh or to become like artists, to create their own stories. Like I have this guy that basically I talk to on a regular basis. He's one of my regulars in the bar, and he's like, he used to be a basketballer, but he got into on in low water. Basically, he didn't feel like it anymore. He lost his inspiration to actually do what he was good at, what he felt like the thing that inspired him to greatness, which was his basketball play.
Hmm.
So I regularly have a chat with him, and I motivate him, and I basically tell him like, don't let your dreams be dreams, follow them, and sort of motivate him to like keep pushing and keep trying to become like a pro and to get to a good club, and you know and like every time he leaves and he feels good about himself and he feels ready to grab that dream again and to go and do it and to go and take the next step, or if he'd had a setback, to pick up the pace again, every time that happens he sort of, yeah, he feels inspired to go and do that. Now it works different for other changelings. Like everyone has sort of their own way about it, the way like they feel good about it. But ultimately you help normal people, like living their dream in a sense, and yeah, you get something out of it, like either glamour or dross, which is really useful.
Hmm. Okay. So I should probably definitely try to find some way to get both of those.
Yeah, especially since you also have to pay taxes with the dross. Like you
Ta-
can't. Yeah, that's again, the politics. Like, you don't need to do it yet because you're like, you're basically like a baby in our world, and I don't mean to say that with any disrespect, but you're new to the world. You still have to get your bearings. You have to understand what sort of world you're coming into. So the first couple of months, I believe the first 3 months or something, you're basically, you don't need to pay. That was with me at least. Like I didn't
Okay.
need to pay for 3 months because I was still getting taught, and I was still learning, and I had to, of course, sort of build up, like because it's all new, so I didn't have any draws yet. I mean, can't really expect someone to come with like a treasure chest involved in like their chrysalis.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. So I guess I'm not quite sure. Like for I don't know if the same rules apply for every area of New York, but for me it was 3 months. I suspect for you about as well. Basically, when you've done your big introduction, you get assigned someone who teaches you. Might just well be your dad, might be someone else. I'm not sure.
Okay.
And they will basically pay your taxes for you. And after a couple of months, you have to do it yourself.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's a good thing if you build up a little bit of, a little bit of a treasure chest of your own.
Well, if I am actually a pirate, then I hope that I've got in some buried treasure somewhere and I've just forgotten where it is.
I mean, I'm sure Hank could help you with that. At least I hope. And if you get some, like, if you actually get a treasure chest, let me know. I'm down for some treasure hunts. That would be fun.
I would more than be up for treasure hunts. I
Uh,
mean, if you doesn't want to be a pirate,
exactly. And I mean, which pirate has a sea drake? It's like, yeah,
I mean, that's pretty cool.
right.
I'm still reeling from the fact that I have a Drake.
I can imagine. It's impressive.
You're telling me. I mean, like, I was just a normal guy 1 second, and then I get knocked overboard, I bump my head, look up, and there's like some weird mer creature in front of me, and then Hank just storms in.
Oh, okay. Huh. Actually met one of those as well, but that was not underwater. There's one
Okay.
of them sort of, one of sort of living in New York as well, but they're pricks. They're really stuck up pricks. So we kind of made a joke. It was actually funny with Donna. Uh, we kind of made a joke that we were princesses because she refused to talk to anyone who was like below her standards, and
Oh,
apparently we both
great.
were. So we kind of managed to convince her that we were princesses. So now she sort of talks to us. But other than that,
Oh, jeez.
yeah,
Well, this one that I met said something about a curse, so maybe I should talk to some merfolk.
curse.
Hmm. I have
Yeah, that
no
doesn't
idea what it's
sound.
talking about, but
I mean, it. Like I said, it could be one of those contracts that you may have gotten yourself involved in a former life. That's sort of the thing with former lives; they can come back to haunt you.
I'm guessing quite literally in our case.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean,
Well,
maybe that's why I look like this and not like anybody else.
that could be a thing. That could definitely be a thing.
Hmm. I mean, have you ever heard of anything like this? Because I.
I have not, but I know it sort of exists.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, curse is real. Like I said, same thing with promises and contracts, and
Yeah.
but like
Like,
I'm just wild guessing on why you got a curse or something. That's like,
I'm guessing it must have been something significant.
I suppose if it affects you even now. That's yeah.
But
No, I don't really know how you can look into former lives and such. I'm sure there must
well,
be a way.
yeah, I'm sure that there would be. If not, I've gotten a 200, at least 200-year-old Drake that could tell me something.
This is also true. Like that is definitely a favor. I mean, there's
So,
also something like Say that makes you look back and forth in time and do all this mumbo jumbo shit. But
okay.
I don't know too much about that.
Maybe I could find something or someone that has something like that and could see something that I can't.
I would not be surprised if the actual librarian of Staten Island has that. But
Well, maybe we should go to the library. Not trying to sound like Donna, but
I
we'll have to go to
mean,
the library.
yeah, it's not a bad thing to go to the library. It's just full of books. It's sort of boring, but Anyway, it's getting late. I need to get back to my bar. I don't know if you're coming along or if you're like calling it a night.
Hmm. Might come in for a few more drinks, then I'll stumble my way back into some body of water. I'm sure I'll get back somehow.
I can call you a cab later if you like, but Anyway, let's head back inside.
Yeah, let's see what ruckus there is, or
Oh
hopefully not a
God!
ruckus.
Come on, mister, left the bar stools alone. Oh boy.
God forbid they've touched the bar stools.
Ah, I mean, you know how much money they cost. It's insane. Anyway, yeah. I think that might be a good place to end the scene.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Um, thank you, Place, for playing. Thank you, ST, for STing, even though you're no longer here. And thank you, watchers, for watching. This was another scene for Living World of Darkness.